Rock. So I'm Philip. I'm the host for this 6 a.m. meeting on Monday. We're going to talk about decision making, and we have 10 questions to discuss. And as you know, I do not like to follow the questions, and maybe not even the topic. But these talks, they are not to teach, they are to learn. So I'm not going to talk about grammar, not going to teach, correct anything. I'm just here to make you speak and talk a lot. And to start with, we're gonna do our presentations. And Rosalia, can you present yourself, please?
Okay, morning, guys. I'm Rosalia. I'm 55. I'm living in Joinville, Santa Catarina. I have been in Tente for 1.5 years here. I'm studying this platform three languages. I'm trying to practice here because here he learning practice. Then I'm studying English, Spanish, and Italian. I'm a host here, Italian host here in this platform, and I'm here trying to speak a little bit in English, improve the skills. Yeah.
Yes, very good, very good. Yeah, I just got your application. So I'm gonna take a look over the week. Okay, and then we talk. Anyhow, Deborah, present yourself.
Hello, good morning. My name is Adrian. I'm 32. I'm married. I'm living in Dublin and work for a Brazilian company. I'm here to improve my English because I'm not usually using my English every day. And good to know Rosalia is a Italian teacher because I need to learn Italian because my wife had a citizenship, Italian citizenship. And
okay, welcome.
For me to get one, I need to learn Italian and the level B1, make a test. So yeah, great.
Yeah, I should join the Italian marches. We're going to build the way for people to start with the languages, Italian, Spanish, French, and English here. So we are kind of rebuilding the platform for the starters, for people who are starting out. So,
yeah, it's my case because I don't know any word. I think I don't know just ciao, per favore.
Yeah.
Ben arrivati.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Yeah.
Buonasera.
Yeah, just that.
And we have Aline back. Good to have you here. Welcome aboard. Long time no see. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. I missed the class here, and I'm going back right now.
Yes, really good to have you around us. Today we're going to talk about decision making. So, can you just present yourself?
Well, I will start. I'm Aline. I live here at São dos Milagres, Alagoas. I am a proud owner, and I have 6 cats. I am married, and I like very much to go to the beach.
Very good, Aline. Very, very good. And we're going to have a good talk today because this topic for a Monday morning, it's really important. And talking about decision making, do you like to make decisions? How is it for you? Debona, how does it work for you? Do you like to make decisions?
Yeah, I like it because I currently I like to feel it's like a butterfly in the stomach when I say frio na barriga isso, né?
Yeah.
Butterfly in the stomach. So, but I think I like to feel like that because I don't have kids, because when you have kids, I think it's pretty hard. It's like to move into Dublin. It's a big challenge, and now I'm making a decision to get a job here. So I'm thinking about I'm making this decision to left my old company. So I with my leader is no plan how can I get out the job, and I'm feel like this bubble, this butterfly in the stomach again. Yeah, but I like it.
You like the feeling?
Yeah,
Very good.
it's challenging, yeah.
But is it easy for you to make decisions, like even feeling all of this?
No, it's like get out the job. I was thinking about this like 6 months. It's a hard decision. So I talk about with Bruna, but when I make a decision, I'm feel like free. It's after they make a decision, it's easy, but it's hard. It's hard sometimes.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, the expression is really to get or to have butterflies in my stomach and someone's stomach,
Okay.
Very nice, very nice. Anyway, Lini, how does it work for you making decisions? Do you like that? Are you like scared? Do you run away? Do you face the feelings?
I think I have to I let to take the decision at the last minute. I will pushing that until the last moment. And for big decisions, I have a technique that I write the thing that I must decide. So I write in a paper what I have to do, what I want to do, the pros, the contras, and when I read that, I think it's easier for me to take this decision. If I like it or don't like it, I don't know. I think it's hard to make a decision. It's very hard. But when you take this decision, I have a relief. I think, oh my God, I am decided.
Very good, very good. And what about you, Rosario? How does it work? Do you have the same feelings? Do you have the same as Lini?
Depend of the situation of decision that I need to make, because a little decision I take alone that don't will involve another person, just like about the things that I want to do. But the big decision I never had take alone, because it's together with my husband. When you need to make some things that I will include my children, the things a little big, then you need to take alone. Then you talk about that, you put in the paper, you're trying to make the points, I don't know, to take a big decision. Then when we take the decision, it's like the brand said, like butterfly in the stomach, because when you make this decision, you thinking about another person, including what it will change the life, the another too. Is a little difficult, but when they make us done, it's feel a little free. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I understand, and I think I'm really a person who enjoys now to make decisions. I really like to have control of that somehow. Not that I have control of everything that I decide, but it's really enjoyable, to decide whether I go or not, if it's left or right. And this is one of the decisions I took years ago when I decided to start a business. So it's really something. But do you people think deciding, is it risky? Is there risk involved in making decisions all the time? All decisions you have, is there any kind of risk? Aline, what do you think?
Yeah, I believe. I grew up with my mother saying a phrase that I took with me for my life. That is, every decision has a consequence. So, and in this consequence, there is some risk. You can choose something, and after that, you realize that you did have a good choice. So there is a risk involving in every decision, in my opinion.
Rosalia, do you agree with Aline? Is there always risk on decisions or not?
Yeah, I agree, because always decision have the consequence. You need to work this consequence, to live with that. But depend if the decisions, a short decision, don't have a risk, because if you don't go a little bit, go as well, I don't know, you can return again, then try again. If it doesn't involve another person, it's okay. But when you need to take decision involving another, you need to take care more, because have big consequences.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about consequences. And Aldebaran, how do you deal with risks when you take a decision or you make a decision? You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Okay, now it's okay.
Okay.
Now it's okay?
Yeah.
I think my internet is pretty bad today. Yeah. Could you repeat the questions? Sorry.
How do you deal with risks?
Deal acordo?
How do you react? How do you
Okay.
yeah, to deal with, like, how is your relationship somehow with risk, you know?
Oh, I don't know. I like a little bit the risk, you know. I like to feel uncomfortable, because I think when I feel uncomfortable, I'm become a better person, you know. And so I like it. If I feel it's like comfortable all the time, I think there is something wrong. So I stop and start to think about my life and what I came to change. You know, it's like now I decided to change my job. I think it's a big challenge for me. It's start to work here. For us, more English. So because of that, I start to study English again. So it's like some decision like that. I start to change my day. You know. So now I study English every day. Yeah, I like the risk a little bit.
Nice. And I'm asking this just because we are in an environment that we are learning something. Like, we're learning English, we're learning other things. Do you still you, Deborah, do you believe, do you feel like learning something? Is there any risk, you know, regarding English or regarding the whole process, or there's no risk around that?
I think learning, not now, not this moment, but it's like I'm prepared for the risk because, you know, I'm taking a new job and it's a risky. I started a new job and it can have a conversation, a communication with you know, workmate, work, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a risk. I don't understand what they say, and I can, it's like, how can I say, make the job, you know. This, I think, the risk. Now I'm like prepared for the risk. Yeah.
Nice. Rosalia, what about you? How do you deal with risks? And do you think like what we are doing here, is there any risk involved or not?
Study English.
Yeah.
I think some risks because I needed to make decision to stay here. Then I wanted to, I wouldn't to take it, making another thing. Then I am here. And in this time, I couldn't have, I would have to stay in the bed with my husband, because I didn't sleep as well. But I'm here. Then some risk for my health. I don't know, because it's make me happy. I think it's not a risk to stay here. But in another time that I changed, I chose to stay, learn another thing than stay with another person. They said that I'm worst time make that, but it's no matter. I'm here. I'm trying to make the things that make me happy. But the another risk when I need to make decision that it's something work wrong, that you need to accept, because you need to try again. But it's difficult. It's not easy to accept that you have make a bad decision. Then you need to work this feeling and accept it and try again.
Yeah.
On
You
that.
try it again and again and again.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Aline, same question for you. But and we are going further around the consequences and the tries we have. But how do you deal really with the risks you take? And regarding the whole experience, learning a new language, practicing and everything, do you think, is there any risk involved or not? And I guess you're frozen.
I don't see. No, frozen. Yeah.
No,
I
no,
go
you're
back.
back. You're back. You're back. You're
Go
back.
back
You're
or
back.
not? I'm. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I think there is some risks. I think the risk that you earn more money, that you have another job that you pays you more. I think there is the risk that you will be able to communicate better with another person. I think I only can see good risks in learning another language. I think it is a good choice. Learn another English. We can expand our circle and with who we are talking in our lives.
And yeah.
My internet is good, or I am frozen.
No, you're good, but I think there's
Frozen.
a little bit of delay on your answer, but it's okay. It's not going to affect the conversation. But about this decision makings you have, and you know, as you said about the learning a new language, there's a risk involved. How do you face the consequences of your decisions on things you have on your routine, like even if they are small or they're big? Are there always consequences or not? Do you have to try it again? How is this? I just want to hear about the, you know, how you all feel about the decision making process, especially when you achieve or when you fail on something. You know, that's what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, I understood. I think it is a process. There is moments that we are, if we feel that we're getting there. Oh my God, my English so much better now. I am a better talker, and there are moments that you feel, oh my God, what I'm doing? Why I'm not going to the class? And I think every learning process we have uh, ups and downs. So there's moments that I am very confident. I don't
Yeah,
know if it's the word.
confident. Yeah.
And yeah, so or there are moments that we think we are a fraud. And I think that's normal too in a process that you are learning. You are not be confident always every moment, but I think the learning process is not a scale that you're only growing. There is ups and downs every day, and I think is that in everything you are learning, not just a new language.
Yeah. So you think if you haven't decided to learn English, do you think this decision would have a huge consequence in your life nowadays?
Oh, of course, yes. I think if I want to decide to learn English, I would be in the same place forever, and this is very bad for me. I don't want to stay in the very place. I don't want to be the same person forever. I want to be another person. I want to learn new things, and I think when you are learning new things, where you are growing, you are become wiser. I like the feel of learning. Learning. Oh my God, my phone. learning learning is very cool for me. I think it doesn't make any sense for me. I need to start looking for another job. I think learning for me is that feel, that thing that moves me.
Nice. Rosalia, let me ask you a question. What if you haven't decided to learn all of these languages you're learning now? What do you think would be different right now in your life?
If I didn't have make decision to learn,
Yeah.
I think today I couldn't have some depression because I didn't have another things to do. When I stopped to work in the supermarket, I was all the time full. My time was full all the time, that I don't have time for nothing. Then after that, I start to the pandemic. Everyone has at the home. It was a little difficult because I was using to every day to see they go to the work and back at the night. Then I had another thing to do, but I start to see that I don't have things to fill my time because I was used to every day to make big things every day so much. Then I make this decision to start to learn. Then it's avoid me so much feeling, so much. I don't know. I think it's, if I didn't have made this decision, I was in another feeling, another see. I had another other six. I don't know. I think it's not like is that is today because I'm never thinking about that. But I think I was sick today. I don't know.
Yeah. And for you, other, but I think it's more clear because you're living in another country, right? But what if you haven't decided to learn English years ago?
Um, Years ago, oh, I really don't know
Yeah.
because
Yeah, when you
No.
decided, I don't know when it happened.
I decided in 2016 that I want to study abroad, and I just start beginning with Bruna, and I told her about this like dream, and together we decided to go to Ireland in 2018. And if I didn't, I don't know, maybe I was in Brazil. It's like probably I don't know, living with my parents, because go out my house to study abroad and return. I decided that I didn't want to live with my parents again. So, and I married. This decision make another decisions. It's like I don't know. I don't know how's my life if I don't if I decide not to study English. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I think this is something we don't think much, because it seems like, oh, we need English, we need to learn another language. But when we decide to learn a new language, we have no idea how it will affect, how it's going to be the butterfly effect in our lives, For example, I want to learn French, but I have decided, but I haven't started yet. So picture this. I stay like 5 years just thinking about learning, but I do not learn. But if I choose to learn the language, definitely like in 1-2 years, something is going to change for real. It's going to happen. So it's crazy to think that when we make a decision, whether it's language or other things, move to another country, change jobs, stop relationships, start relationships, change your I don't know, you change clothes if you want to, or your hair, whatever, it's going to affect, right? Like there's always a consequence. And my question is, have you ever decided something that had a result that you didn't expect or didn't like? Something you decided, I decided to bike this in the morning and I fell. And yeah, it was a decision and there was a consequence and I didn't like it. Something like that. Do people have that, Aldebaran? Do you have like a decision that you regret somehow?
Oh, I think when I came to study English, I was planning get a job in my area, like a technology. But when I got here, I saw it's pretty hard than I thought about. Man, I like work a kitchen porter, doing the dishes. It's pretty hard job. And at the time, I was thinking, oh man, what I'm doing here? I left my job. I had a good job in Brazil to come here, study English and do the dishes. Maybe I'm not prepared for that. I must just study more English before coming here. But now I'm looking back. I think it's a good decision. At that time, I think it's a bad decision. So it's hard, It's like when you inside, maybe you think it's a bad decision. You didn't get the result that you planned, but past some time, you think it's you looking back, oh no, it's a good decision. Maybe I need to pass through this
Experience.
This experience, yeah. This experience. Yeah, but now I'm thinking it's not good. But if you ask for the Baron in 2018, maybe it's a bad decision what I did.
Yeah. I guess when we decide and something happens, at the moment, it's really hard to accept or to deal, you know, but after some time we look back and oh, it was a bad decision, but it was worth it, you know, it was good for my process, for my journey. Right?
Exactly.
Anyway, Rosalia, have you ever had any decision you made, you regret, you didn't like it, the consequences?
There's something that I regret a little, but it's not so much. But in the beginning, what we changed city, that I need to move for the city that I was living another in the north of Paraná, that I make a decision to move to Joinville. Then my children was a kid in this time. Then I need to left them with another person. They had suffered a lot. My husband suffered a lot too, because he had need to change job. Then it was a little hard for him to get used to. Then at the beginning it was so difficult, but after a long time, it was a long time, it's not so easy. But today, when I look back, I think it was a good decision, because you can live with this work, you can live with that today. Then after you superar, I don't know.
You overcome.
You overcome of that. You can look for back and to see that it was a good decision. But at the moment, it was hard.
Yeah, I can imagine. Anyway, Aline, do you have anything that you regret?
Oh my God. Do you have a little bit of time?
Yeah. Yeah, we have plenty of time.
I have a lot of decisions that I regret. But there is one in special. I don't think today I regret, but in the past I was a person that regret about that. I choose to do law school. So I do law school for a while, and I work a lot. I don't know the name, but summer jobs. I do a lot of summer jobs when I was working, when I was studying law. So was very difficult for me. I didn't fit in that reality. It's a very, I don't know the word for that, but it's a very pragmatic word, I think. And I'm a very creative person, so it was very difficult for me to stay there. And after that, I dropped the college, and I was doing fashion designer. So fashion design, so was very cool. Was a college that I liked very much. But now looking back for my history, I know that it was a bad decision at the time, but that decision make me who I am today. So I learned so many things. I was a people that do audience. I don't know if is that the name, but was two person fighting like crazy person, and I was there in the middle of this person, and I learned how to uh, turn a fight in an agreement. So this was a huge thing for me. I use these techniques today in my job. So at the time I was, oh my God, what I did with my life. And now I think, oh, wasn't the right decision at that moment. But now I think it was a good thing that happened in my life. This bad decision bring me something good for my life, in terms, I don't know, and make me be who I am. And
To
I'm
build
grateful
your,
to
yeah,
to
to
take
build your
that
personality.
decision. Yes.
Very good. So, Aline, do you think all decisions you have, even if they're good or bad, are they worth it?
They worth it. I think they worth it. And I think we don't have how know before you take that decision if it will be a good or a bad decision. You just have to take this decision, and after we will see. Uh, can be a good decision or can be a bad decision, but it is a risk, and I think we must took that risk. I think it is the things that make us move in our lives. If I don't take any decision, I stay in the same place forever. I will stay here on the beach, living my good life with my coconut tree. But there are moments that we have to change, and I like very much to change. I think change is a very good thing in life, and make us learning a lot.
Yeah. I would say that not making decisions is also a decision, right?
Yes, I agree totally with you.
So if you do not want to change, that's a decision. If you do not want to learn, that's a decision. If you don't want to develop yourself, it's a decision. So if you do nothing, it's a decision.
Yes, but it is not every all the persons they have this conscious.
Yeah.
They think, oh no, I'm staying here in my comfort zone. Yeah, that will be okay. And life is passing, it's
Yeah.
passing, it's passing, it's passing, and after a time, it could be too late. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be too late to change or to take a decision that you should have taken like 10, 50, 15, 20 years ago, right? So, yeah. I like to say that not being in a comfort zone is a comfort zone. When you get used to it, to like, I have been telling lately about that I still don't have like, it's not sure that next money, I'm not sure if next money I'll have money. And not just that, if I'll have money to pay all the bills and to pay people that work with me. We're still in this situation. And I'm so used to it. I'm so used to it. But in the beginning, I was like, oh my God, I will not have a regular income by the end of the month. What will be my life? How I will deal with that? And I was like very anxious, very worried about things. But nowadays it's so normal too, you know. So and I'm always changing, always doing crazy stuff.
It's a superpower, I think.
Yeah, it's exactly. So if there's a crisis, there's like something bad happening around the world, I'm really ready to, like, I do not have answers to myself, but I'm ready to take new answers or to decide new things, you know. And I want to know from all of you, and I guess it's going to be like the last question before we finish. How do you, what do you take, what do you take in, how can I say that? How do you decide? What do you balance to decide? What do you think about? What are do you have like a pros and cons? Do you have something that, and you can bring examples to answer this. I think it's going to be better. But how do you, like, how is the process of deciding something? If you're going left or right, or if you're moving to another city, you're moving jobs, or if you're learning a new language, what do you, oh, there's an expression, but I really do not remember right now. Like, what do you take, what do you take, oh, there's take something. I just missed the word, but how, what do you have in mind when you need to make a decision? What do you, and it could be like breakfast. Oh, how do you decide your breakfast every morning? Or if you want to change breakfast, I don't know, your clothes, what do you, what is around this decision? Rosalia, can you just start off?
Okay, about the clothes, when I have to go for some place in another day, I think I'm thinking about that when I'm going to the bed, because I'm thinking about that, then I make a decision this moment, maybe, then another day it's a little bit easier for me, because I had in my mind the kind of clothes that I put, then it's okay. In another decision, I talk with my husband. It will be a big decision. It will be together. But another thing, the little things in my house, I just make a decision. I make, then it don't work better. I try again. Like if I take a decision to make a cake. Then I make this cake, I put it to bake. Then I wait a little bit to see if it don't grow. I need to make again. Only that, it's a little decision, make a decision. A little is not so big thing that I need to think so much. Yeah.
Very good. Any other button, how does it work?
I try to put the pros and cons, side by side, and try to see value here in these changes. Like now we always try have a health life here, so it's like our breakfast, we didn't eat bread, but it's not bread. Bread is made by, I don't know the name. Farinha.
Gluten.
Como que é? Trigo,
Yeah.
gluten, isso.
Yeah.
Yeah. We try don't eat gluten or trigo.
Yeah, farinha is
so
wheat or flour. Wheat flour.
Flour.
Farinha is flour.
With flour. Yeah, we avoid that, So like we eat some fruits and oats and honey, and it's not easy, because everything is easier to eat and to make it include flour. I don't know the name, but our life is better. We wake up and with more energy, we feel better, but it's not easy. It's a little bit hard. So we try don't drink soda and alcohol drink. We drink less than before, and yeah, but we put the pros and cons on the table and take some decisions.
Yeah, it's good to hear. It helps a lot. It helps me, when it comes to decision making. Aline, and what do you put in balance when you need to decide something?
Well, I think there is so many kinds of decision that we make every day. And for big decisions, I took a little more time, and I used to write the things that I think that will be good in that decision or that will be bad. So writing helps me a lot. Helps me to see that question. When I don't know, like I was another person analyzing the things that I write. I think that helped me a lot. And there is another decisions that I it took from my heart. So there is no how can I say
You
rational
use you
decisions,
use intuition
and
to decide.
that's okay too. Yeah, yes, intuition. Or when I decided to move to northwest of Brazil, I was in a very young relationship with my wife, and I decided that I would move to here with her because I was in love. So I I did my think it wasn't a rational decision. I didn't make a list of pros and cons to do that. But I do think that I thought in that time that it was the right thing to do. So I think there is so many ways that we can make a decision. There is some ones that we need to think more about and write and think. And there is another decisions that I will just make this decision.
Yeah. I'm really like you, when you told that you dropped law college to start fashion design college, um, I kind of felt the same way because I did, computer science, and I didn't, the whole college, I didn't feel that that was my thing. It helped me a lot to be who I am, to have my own business and to live the life I love living. But it's too much rational, you think too much about it's like, oh, you are deciding something or doing something because this and that. And I'm more like, oh, I'm deciding this because I'm feeling it, So when I decided to quit IT, really remember, oh, I'm not happy. I don't want to keep it going. If I need to keep it going, I prefer to die rather than doing this. So there wasn't a choice like, oh, you're brave or this and that. No, I wasn't. I was like surviving, and I felt that I had to teach. I didn't even know what to teach. I was trying to teach anything. And then English came up in front of me, and that's the reason why I'm here. But I'm really like really more these intuitive decisions rather than, rational. So yeah, I think I would love to have, to study something more, about art, about feelings, about things like that. Aldebaran, are you more intuitive or rational when it comes to decisions? I think I know the answer, but yeah.
Rational, total rational, man.
Yeah.
My how the word instinctive part is Bruna. I'm totally rational, really, and this sometimes is not good. I know that. I know. But how I told you, my institution in I don't know the word, guys. It's my wife.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if Bruna is like the same or the opposite.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, because your wife, she is here for a while now, and she told me that she tried to bring you in here, but you were like, oh, no. People are not going to correct me. They are not going to teach.
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And this is a really rational process regarding languages, you know. Oh, I need someone to teach me lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4.
Yeah, and
Ah.
I learn more sometimes like that, because when I say something wrong and someone correct me, I don't know, I don't know, I save my mind, you know, and I don't speak it wrong again. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I think there's a misconception about correcting. I don't think we need corrections, but we need guidance, right?
Great.
And with guidance, we can correct ourselves. When you correct yourself, it means you are in charge of your life, you know, not someone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rosalia, and you, are you more intuitive? You're more rational? How do you decide things? You are the person who decides things, your daily things or things with your husband, your family. So just like try to explain to us, like in a general situation.
Yeah, I try to be more intuitive, because I try to see there the things will be better or not. Because when you are talking about something you need to make decision, I see the person thinking about that, and then I can adivinhar, I don't know, to think what
Yes.
will be, yes, in a long time. Then I try to be more flat in the floor, flat in the floor, pé no chão, I don't know. Then you, it's my action, I don't know, in my house. I need to be more flat in the floor, because the another is a little bit, I don't know, thinking more, it's my time, then I will do that. After I will see it will be wrong or not. If it's not, or it's not big decision, I will try it again. But I said for them, but I know that it will be wrong. You can start to doing it right now. You don't need to pass for that. You can start doing right, then you can go on. But I don't know. They said they need to make decision wrong for learn. It's okay.
Yeah.
Because you have this experience, then you can say it's not a good idea. You can regret. You can try to do again. But
Yeah, I think we have much more to talk about this topic. I'm gonna try to bring it back in another time, but yeah, I think it was we didn't cover as much as I expected. We were like in the surface, you know. But yeah, I think it was a light topic, a light conversation for Monday morning. So yeah, we don't need to go that deep. But I really enjoyed, and I think the highlight of this conversation was really to understand each of you when it comes to intuitive or rational decisions. And I think we can go deeper in this to just in like try to make this conversation something useful for us when it comes to our daily decisions, you know. So, oh, do I go to swim or not? So how do we decide this or that? How does it work? And I'm pretty sure each of you have your own ways to decide things. So just keep this in mind for another conversation that will come, this decision making on Monday morning next week. Okay, I'm going to prepare the same topic for next week. All right. So Aline, I hope you can attend, you can join us. Okay.
Yeah.
So
you.
I want to thank you all for really coming, and I have this survey here. It takes like 5 seconds, just mark from 1 to 10. And if you want to suggest topics or to add something to the comments, feel free. And I really want to thank you all for coming at 6 a.m. I know it's hard, not for Aldebaran. So this whole speech, it's not for you, okay? It's not easy, or it's pretty easy for you. It's not like challenging. So just kidding. But it's true.
But it's true.
But it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I thank you so much for coming. I know it's like hard to be consistent and everything. So that's the reason why I'm here. And when I wake up in the morning feeling like, oh, I don't want to have this immersion, I'm tired, and I'm really exhausted because I had a really, I don't know how to explain. This weekend, I did a course that was really, really strong in feelings and emotions. So this morning, I have no voice. It's really hard to speak, but I'm here because of all of you. So thank you so much, Rosalia, Aldebaran, Aline, and I hope you have a great week and a good day. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.